Good morning, student. Welcome to the online classes. Class 6 English language. Children, we are going to do verbs today. Children, what is a verb? A verb, let's see in our book. This is your English grammar book, Grammar with a Smile. Class 6. This is your book, children. Please take out your books and let's see. Verb shows action, state of being and possession. So children, a verb is a doing word. It shows you action and what the person is doing or working is called verb. So children, here we are going to study and see what are the three types of verbs are. Verbs can be divided into three categories. Principal verb, verb shows action, state of being and possession. Verb can be divided into three categories. Principal and auxiliary verb, transitive and intransitive verb, finite and non-finite verbs. So children, first we will see principal and auxiliary verbs. Principal or main verbs. These verbs can stand alone also. When we are seeing, let's see for example, he wrote a letter. So the action which is performed, he wrote a letter. The action is, he has written a letter and the word over here, the verb is wrote. So we see the principal verb or main verb can stand alone without any help. So the verb over here is wrote. Children, we will see another example. She arrived at 10 a.m. Arrived, again action which is done over here is arrived. So children, this is another main verb, arrived. Let's see children. In these sentences, the highlighted verbs express a complete meaning. They agree with the person and number of the subjects of the sentence and also show the time of the activity. It's showing the action which is performed, the person, what he is doing and the time also. Auxiliary verbs. What are auxiliary verbs? These verbs are often used with other words to complete the meaning of a sentence. Now children, the auxiliary verbs is a verb which is taking help of another verb to make the sentence complete. Shall we see what is auxiliary verbs? These verbs are often used with the other verbs to complete the meaning of a sentence. For example, the dog is barking. Barking. Now the helping verb over here is. Is barking. So there are two verbs and this is a helping verb, the auxiliary verb. He is writing a letter. Is writing, helping verb is, and with the help of this we can see the action performed is writing. These are auxiliary verbs. So children, let's see, these verbs are often used with other verbs to complete the meaning of a sentence. However, they sometimes stand alone and give the meaning to the sentence as the main verb does. Let's see. In these sentences, the highlighted verbs do not express a complete meaning. They help the main verb, the underlined verb, to complete the meaning of the sentence. So, they are, with the main verb, they are doing the help of the underlined verb. Auxiliary verbs are of two kinds, primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliary. Primary auxiliary, these are the primary auxiliary verbs in English. Primary auxiliary verbs are be, do, have. And present tense we use primary auxiliary verbs, present tense am, is and are. Past tense was and were. For do, we will use do and does for present tense. Did, we will do for the past tense. And have, and in primary auxiliary verb with have, we will use present tense, has and have, and past tense, had. When the verb be, do or have is followed followed by the principal verb, it is in the auxiliary verb. When these verb occurs alone in a sentence, they become the principal verb. When they are added with the verb, they become, when these verb occurs alone in a sentence, they become a principal verb. For example, Rohan is a good student. Is a good student main verb. Now Rohan is writing a letter, helping verb. The puppy is naughty, main verb. So children, helping verb is helping, writing a letter, helping verb, and the main verb. Let's see model auxiliary verb. The following are the model auxiliary verb in English: can, must, may, might, will, would, should, must, shall, should, or ought to. They are used with other verbs to express probability, determination, ability, obligation, possibility, wish, and so on. Modal auxiliary verb cannot be used alone. They need a principal verb to complete the meaning of the example. So children, what is modal auxiliary verb? They take the help of principal auxiliary verb. Principal verbs. Radha is late. She may be sleeping. So children, modal is over here, applied over here, and the principal verb is also over here. The helping verb is also over here. Is, Radha is late, is principal. She may be sleeping. May is modal auxiliary word. Possibility is may be. May is showing possibility. I should wash my clothes today. Should, obligation. He can drive a car. Car, ability. Can drive. Drive is verb, and what is modal auxiliary? Can. Can I shut the door? Permission. Can. Modal auxiliary verb. Should, you should obey your parents. You should, advise. Could I leave early today, sir? Permission. Could. Ranjan will always be late. Will, about habits. So you can see over here what are modal auxiliary verb. Should, can, will. These are modal auxiliary verb. They are taking help of principal verb. So children, till here we will see in our next video the following topic with transitive and intransitive verb, the second part of the exercise. So thank you children. Please go through the video and try to understand. Thank you.